hit the wrong button. There we go. I hit the right button. Hello. Welcome on in. I'm DC. You can find me all over the internet. DC Lasair. Exclamation mark DC. Chat. Brings up my stuff. Take a look. It's great. Yeah. Back at it. So thank you all for being here, taking the time to come on in and say hello. Appreciate it. I'm looking for buttons. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to pause this. Yeah. Buttons. I hit them. It's great. So I was away for a bit, and if you are ever in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, I highly recommend checking out the Czech and Slavic Museum and also the Museum of Art. They're a fantastic trip. Got to see 2 whole museums. That's great. And double checking. So hope you're all doing well. And so what I miss? I don't know. Let's take a look. What I may have missed while I was away. Hope you all had a good weekend and a good Monday. Thanks for coming on by. So today is going to be a mini stream. We're going to be catching up with things. See if there's anything fun. Tomorrow will be craft day. I was going to play a video game today, but wasn't up for it. Let's see. What do we have? Checking out some news here. All right, so now. Lego has announced an X-Files set, 1,500 pieces. On Engadget. That's, wow, that's impressive. Check that out. And also, this looks interesting. I think I'll read up more on this. The light flip. Minimalist flip phone that leaves out all those distracting apps. Also, this on Engadget. Looks neat. I wouldn't want text on it though. Because you gotta get hit one button multiple times to get the letter instead of just hitting the letter. But the point is that it gets rid of distracting apps, so. but texting is rather useful. And I didn't check in. So Tech Friday, we're going to be going over, what are we going over? Stuff and things. What I take on my trips. So kind of what's in my tech bag. And we might do some obsidian things. Yeah, all right. Reading through. Okay, not seeing a lot right now. Thursday. See, tomorrow's Papercraft. Thursday we'll be playing a game. Got a key for. So that'll be Thursday. Then Friday will be Tech Friday. Tomorrow again, papercrafting. Yay, papercrafting. Yeah, a lot of fun. But yeah, I just wanted to say hi, catch up a bit. Say hello. Oh, there's a kitty. Pretty sure there's a kitty. A kitty? Or did I just rub my... Hannah, are you down here? Seemed like there was a kitty. Oh, yes, there's a cat. Come here. Look, kitty. You're new here. This is Hannah. She apparently missed me while I was gone. Oh, oh dear. Oh dear. There you go. Yes. Do the things. Hmm. I stayed at a Marriott. It was a pretty nice hotel. What else do we have? Oh, hi, you're still down here. Okay. So, adorable Hannah story. Come here. Yeah. Hi. Hi. So I'm told while I was gone, she did her usual, comes down to where my office is and just starts meowing because I'm not here. But this time, Hannah also jumped up on my bed and walked around it because, she gets me up sometimes and expected me to be there apparently. So, yeah. So she jumped up on the bed, walked all around it, thought I should be there. What are you going to do when I'm gone for Gen Con? Uh-huh. Yeah, it was, so had a fun trip. Got home last night. Took time to recover. Great. Hi. Hi. Yes. Hello, kitty. My kitty is great. Hi. Yes. Hello. Oh, what are you doing? Apparently, it's attention time. I have to make up for not being here, clearly. Aw, okay. You good there? No? You want me to pet you still? Okay. I'll pet you still. As long as you're down there, that's fine. Wow, you really cat hair on my chair. Yeah, she's just kind of staying by me right now, so. Lovely. Let's see. Oh, when is this Lego X-Files thing coming out? August 4th. $200. Oof. All right. Not going to do a terribly long stream today, but just wanted to say hi. How y'all doing? Catch up. That type of thing. Yeah. Kitty is having a time. Aren't you? Yes. Kitty's like, hey, hey, I'm here. What are you doing? Kitty's all like, hey, how you doing? I'm over here. Hi, yes, hi. Usually not around this long. Hannah's just being cuddle monster right now. Wants the pets. Hey, kitty. I'm gonna pick you back up. Put you back on screen. I am. Oh, yes. No? You don't want me to do that? You gonna walk away? Okay. Bye. Apparently, it was time for her to go. Oh, yeah. If you're going to Gen Con, I'll be there. I have a panel. It's sold out, but you can still find me wandering around. Come by, say hi. I'd enjoy that. I'm just checking, making sure that still says sold out on it. Yes, it is still sold out. So, yay. I went over there, for making all their, or most of their tickets electronic e-ticket. And they have a little scanning system for it. So basically, you download the app and scan the code on the badge in the app, and then it goes, oh yeah, this person has a ticket. Here you go. And I suppose I better make sure I still have their app on. Yes, their app is still there. Okay, yay. Sometimes there are concerns. So yeah, you can go through their e-ticket training in like 10 minutes. It's pretty easy. In case you ever do a panel at Gen Con. I did get some paper tickets in for a few events. But yeah, Gen Con next week. Oh boy. Is it really next week? Yeah, it's next week already. I feel ill-prepared. I got a lot to do. Oh, this Saturday. Reminder. I am producing a charity game over on Candace the Magnificent's channel. Let me see if I can find it. Looking for the thing. Oh yeah, here we go. Here is the full schedule. And I'm producing the show on July 25th, which is Dread. DM'd by, or storyteller, I'm not sure the term Dread uses. Run by Lamia. So check that out there. It'll be a lot of fun. And it's a charity stream, and all proceeds go to .rpg. All right. So, reminder of what's happening this week. We'll be doing the things. So, this week, Wednesday, tomorrow, is craft day. I have to hold a lot of paper because I'm handing out little promotional things that I made. So, we're doing those. Just making a bunch, as many as I can. And then Thursday will be a video game. Friday will be Tech Friday. Yay! And then the following week, there'll be streams Monday and Tuesday. And then from Wednesday on, I'm at Gen Con. I won't be back in town on Monday, so streams. So after that, after Gen Con week, the streams will start up the following Tuesday again. Yeah. All right, I just wanted to do a little catch-up talk, say hello. Hope you're all doing well. Did I miss anything cool, awesome? Let me know, or talk to me on Blue Sky. Looking at Ars Technica for any articles I might have missed, because I did a Tech Thursday, but not a Tech Friday, so might have missed a few things over the weekend. And again, Tech Friday will be stuff I carry on stuff in my tech bag when I go to conventions. And we're also going to do take a look at a couple of Obsidian plugins that recently updated, one I use every day. So yeah, we'll take a look at it. I gotta watch a video about it yet. So yeah, there's a lot of neat stuff going on. All right, my trip was really good. Again, if you want, if you're ever in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, there's a lot of museums there. I had time to hit 2 of them, which was the Czech and Slavic Museum and the Museum of Art. Both are really good. Well worth your time. Even was inspired to try a new project at some point in the near future. So see how that goes. Still kind of formulating it all in my head. Mostly checked out this evening, but least I can do is drop a lurk. Yay! Thank you for the lurk. Welcome on in. Good to see you again. I appreciate the lurks. All right. Doesn't look like any huge tech things happened while I was away, so yay. Don't have to play catch up on that. Other than, tech bros make Gen AI bad. That's a continuing theme. And occasionally, because I do talk about tech, I do have to look into AI. I don't have to use AI, but I do look into what's going on with it to try to figure it out in case I need to explain it or be a little more informed about what's happening. With it. And yeah, tech bros still ruined AI. Important to know what's happening. Yeah. Again, generative AI is usually, I don't even like the can't combat an enemy. You don't know exactly. I don't really like the term AI to describe that thing because it doesn't really seem that it is what I would consider AI, or I think anyone. But these things that we're calling AI, out of those things, generative AI is probably the worst of it. And I've said before, what if AI had come up and just been a local model, not trained on any data, just a little thing I had on my hard drive that just kind of sat there in its own little blob, doing its own thing, never touching the internet, and just going here. And I just go, here's this info. I need you to do this with it, do that thing. No, I don't want you to make any pictures. I don't want you to create any video. I just want you to take this data and look at it and do this thing I want you to do with it. And let me know when you're done. And if that had been it from the outset, I think we would be having a very different conversation. It was made and used as a tool, and I still own my data. Exactly. Because there are some useful things that this technology is doing. However, most of us aren't involved in those useful things, right? Like, the medical stuff it's doing, it can be checked and great, and it can help in all sorts of assistive technologies, which is fantastic. However, when we get to generative AI, Gen AI stole art. Nobody cared about anyone else's property or legal rights. It just, the tech bros launched it and they go, we're just taking everything and dumping it in. And then the excuse that, but they wouldn't be as good. Exactly. They would not be as good. And that's fine. If I had a thing that was only trained on what I gave it and didn't connect to any internet anywhere, that would be fantastic. I don't care if it, I don't want it to connect to a cloud to get an answer. I don't want it to use all this power. I just want a little blob on my machine, doesn't go anywhere, and does the thing I ask it to do. So there are local AMI models, but you really have to look into those too. Is it really, can I trust that? What were they trained on? That type of thing. Right now, it seems like the closest thing we have to any sort of privacy AI thing is Lumo by Proton. But I don't know if anyone's actually done an independent study of it yet to see how private it is. But it isn't local. It still uses cloud data, and so that'd be my issue, is that it connects to a cloud at all. And I understand that it won't be as powerful. I'm fine with that. I don't want it to even touch the internet in any way, other than downloading the model and stuff like that. But it doesn't need to broadcast anything anywhere. So yeah, remember to thank billionaire tech bros who didn't care about you or being regular humans to other humans, or what we got. At least that's where I'm placing my anger. Is like, no, people are clearly behind this, and that it's and the correct place to put the anger, in your opinion. Yeah, see? And the systems in place to that benefit these things need to not do those anyway. And how do we get through those? We go to the people behind them and we go, no, stop it. What are you doing? Care about humans. Because yeah, there's a lot of uses for something that, again, AI does that would be useful to have. But you're taking my data, you've gotten rid, you've stolen other data, and yeah, no, it's till we can find that. And I think if there were more robust examinations of these local AI models, like third party people looking at these, like, okay, what was this trained on? Was this, like the proton thing I mentioned claims that it didn't use other people's data. And I'm like, fine, but who's verifying that? And we don't have any of those studies yet. And we need people to start looking at these things. And I know I'm not the person to do it because I don't, I'm not a computer programmer. I produce shows. That's what I know how to do. I run TTRPG games, right? Yeah, I have to catch up with all my friends' streams from the weekend that I missed. I'm looking forward to doing that. Oh, over the weekend while I was gone, got to see a couple movies. And I had watched The Nun 2, but I had never seen the original The Nun. So we marathoned The Nun and Nun 2. It was great. The first Nun isn't a great film. Nun 2 is better, actually. It's a rare case in which the sequel is actually better. I found them both kind of predictable and things, but I enjoyed The Nun 2 more. The original one just, I don't know, was way too obvious, did some really silly things. Not that there aren't silly things in horror movies, because we expect those, but I've never seen any of the Conjuring movies, so apparently that's something I have to correct as well. Never heard of this before, but I've never been good with pop culture. Yeah. I tend to watch a lot of horror movies, so and also I watch horror movies, and then I also watch really terrible movies. Along with good movies. There's movies I like that are really good, that are considered classics and things like that. But lately it's been horror movies and really terrible movies. So watch a lot of riff tracks. Yeah, I'm kind of glad I can marathon through them. And most, I was trying to look at Rotten Tomatoes real quick and got a maintenance in progress. Okay. Well, I guess I'm not looking at Rotten Tomatoes right now. I lost what I was going to say because Rotten Tomatoes distracted me. Also, when I got my degree in communications, there was a track that was film video emphasis. There was a journalism emphasis, film video. So I did the film video emphasis one. So I'm always looking at lighting and camera angles and things like that. And okay, when we see this, what does the director mean, or what does the cinematographer do? You know, how are movies made? That type of thing. And some of that also went to broadcasting and what public media was like for various countries, and how, you know, someone with a VHS camcorder went through and recorded things because this thing, I think it was a language, was about to be lost. So someone just got enough money for a VHS, went around and recorded people speaking this language, and you know how popular that became, and then there was shows made, and how that affected that culture, and how, you know, big companies can affect the advertising we see, and how they also affect other cultures and other countries, and you know, for both good and ill. But yeah, and now we have, you know, in previous times we had. Oh wait, did that? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize the. Sorry, I'll read your message here that got caught by AutoMod for some reason. Tech to replace people will bite them in the ass someday. I just hope it's sooner rather than later. Yeah. Sorry, I was on a different tab, and those messages don't display in my teleprompter thing. So apologies. So yeah, I'm all about the medium son. I assume Ass did it. Yes. Let's see, what was it say? Oh no, it was the whole thing. Bite them in the ass as sex-based terms. So it was that whole phrase. Amazing. No ass biting on Twitch. Noted, right? Don't do it to other people on the platform. No, that is weirdly specific. Oh, I'm way too amused. All right, let's see. Oh, I was gonna mention on, like I said earlier, on my trip, went to the Czech and Slavic Museum, or Cultural Museum, some of those terms anyway, and it was interesting to see, to read and see the displays about the oppression of, you know, Czech people, and what they went through, and what they escaped, what they overpowered, and you read all this and you're like, this is... Ooh, some of these things are going on in our country today. Ooh, yeah. It's, and, you know, it doesn't... The displays don't point this out because they don't really have to. If you're paying even a little tiny bit of attention, you're like, oh, that sounds familiar. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a reason that sounds familiar. Yeah. Why that oppression and various things. Yeah, because it's happening in this country right now. But the displays are great. Then went to the Museum of Art in Cedar Rapids, and that was pretty cool. See if I can pull up the... They do have a online artifacts collection. Sounds like a fruitful trip. Yeah, it was good. So if you want to see some of what they have, there's that website. And then the Cedar Rapids Museum of Art. Also really good. And there are a lot of other museums and cultural buildings in Cedar Rapids. And so I get a chance to go back. I want to explore some more of them. I only had time for a couple this time, but there is at least 3-4 buildings on the list. I'm like, ooh, I need to see all these things, but only had time for for a couple. And the Museum of Art is free for the summer, so I'm like, what? We didn't have to pay. We didn't have to pay to get in. I'm like, neat. There's a museum here that will have free days, like every, I don't know, Thursday maybe is free museum day. So you can go look at it, and that's kind of cool. I'm glad we have museums that can do free days and open up to the... I mean, they're always open to the public, but open up in such a way that you don't have to pay anything to go look at art and see things of cultural significance. All right. Let's wrap up here. I think I'm going to go get some food. And we should go on a raid. I think I know who we're raiding. I'm going to go raid Selena. Doing an interview with Sam Bayard. So let's go there, do the things, and say hello. So thank you all for being here. Tomorrow will be more of a regular stream. Again, it is craft day. So if you want to come co-work while I fold paper, come on by. That's what we'll be doing. And I'll have Spirit City's Lo-Fi up. And yeah, we can chat while I prep material for Gen Con. Yay! All right, so thanks for being here, everyone. Really appreciate it. And I will see you all tomorrow. Oh, yeah, and please be kind to yourself. Be kind. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and have a great evening. Bye.